And starting this hour, more outrage against the TSA. It's well known that the agency has gotten a reputation for getting a little bit too close for comfort. Just take a look at this.
This woman was just doing her job, but she actually touched my vagina.
The other hand on your inner thigh, slowly go up and slide down.
We can do that out here, but if you touch my junk, I'm going to have you arrested.
Well, lawmakers in Texas are trying to do something about this, proposing legislation that would make it illegal for TSA agents to get touchy-feely, putting restrictions on just where TSA officers can touch passengers. Now, Texas State Representative David Simpson, who proposed that bill, believes that it boils down to one major issue: the TSA treating innocent folks as criminals, and that's a big problem in Texas. Now, joining me now to break this down, the man with a plan himself, Representative Simpson from Texas. Hi there.
How are you?
Doing great. So, Representative Simpson, why does the TSA treat innocent people like criminal suspects with these pat-downs?
Well, I'm not sure. It's a policy that really violates the Fourth Amendment of our Constitution and our Texas Bill of Rights as well. It's unnecessary. They are allowing people to pay $100, get a background check, and just pass on through like we used to do. But it's really unfortunate for the weak, those in wheelchairs or implants. They really get picked on, and it's unnecessary and it's ineffective, and it's just wrong.
Certainly. So what exactly are the restrictions that you're trying to put before the Texas legislature here?
Well, House Bill 80 would simply prohibit the touching of private parts of a person without probable cause. It would also prohibit the separation of minors from a parent or guardian without probable cause, or to engage in some kind of conduct that would constitute assault under our penal code already, and to basically harass or coerce or keep people from proceeding to their plane or to a public venue without probable cause.
I see. So, in your opinion, do these pat-downs apply to everyone equally? And I guess my question pertains to women in those traditional hijabs, you know, who are protected from pat-downs currently, as it violates Muslim purity laws. Even President Obama himself said back in 2010 that they're protected from these invasive TSA screenings and the touching of their bodies. And now that we're seeing this in every airport in America, you know, are people screened all the same way? You know, are we seeing this across the board?
Well, particularly the weak and those who have medical implants. And even recently, a wounded warrior who had his legs blown off fighting from an IED in Afghanistan came back, and they took his legs off and humiliated him, searching him. It's incredible what they're doing. And I do think it especially hurts and violates the weak among us and those who have medical implants, and the aged and babies and children. The worst case I heard about, a parent related to me, when their autistic boy was separated from her, he began, when they touched him in the most intimate way, yelling out, "Man on boy, man on boy, man on boy." And that is the right response. It is wrong. And we teach our children not to let people touch us in these ways. And unless there's a reason, they shouldn't go to third base.
I see. So, okay, the introduction of these full-body scanners that have essentially replaced traditional metal detectors in airports for people traveling. TSA, you have the option now to be touched by TSA even passing through or going through this scanner, which essentially undresses you with this electromagnetic radiation. Why are these the only two options on the table?
Well, unfortunately, that is the case much of the time. It is not all the time. Many times they'll let people go through the metal detectors. But I'm not sure of the reasons. But in other parts of the world, they don't use these methods. Mm-hmm. And it's very unfortunate, and it's wrong, and it needs to stop.
Are there other alternatives specifically, though, that you could maybe give us that would be, you know, something that they could still do to keep us safe, but maybe not so invasive?
Sure. I mean, continue to use the magnetometers, the metal detectors. They have bomb-sniffing dogs. They have means of sensing explosive residue. Just watch people.
Okay.
Use common sense.
Okay.
But don't take the underwear off 95-year-old women with cancer returning home for their last trip. I think that's mainly what is needed. People are consenting to this, and we need to stop consenting. We're enabling people to treat us like despots, and it's just wrong. It's not making us more safe. It's removing our dignity. And if we continue to do this, it's just an evidence that the terrorists have won.
I see. So if this passes in Texas, where do we stand in terms of the federal government? Do you think that they're going to have a response to you guys down there?
Well, I'm not sure. Mr. Murphy, the U.S. attorney who made the threat last time, has retired, and perhaps there's more common sense in the Justice Department. And to me, it's a Gonzales moment. You know, if they want to threaten to come and take our planes, I say come and take it. This is uncalled for, and we need to stand up for our travel independence and dignity and not allow the federal government or anyone to violate the Fourth Amendment and to
Thank you, Representative. I really appreciate your time. That was Texas State Representative David Simpson.